Hey people, been a second. Welcome to Kitty for Crafts. I'm Kathy with Kitty for Crafts, and I just kind of want to show you what I've been doing. Kind of show you my progress because I haven't been on for probably about 2 weeks. So I just want to show you the progress I'm working on and how I'm doing on each of these, and then 'cause if you've been following me, then you know I've got. Wells of Salvation and then the anime, but I also threw in this Cubist one I had gotten. So let me show you what I got, and then you can see what's up. So we'll start with Wells of Salvation because it's right here on top. Let me put these clips back. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So that's Wells of Salvation, and this is Manny Mazzano, and there you go. So that's how far I've gotten. So we are got one more section here to finish this row out with his hand, and then we will move onward to basically his chest area, and then the rest of this literally is here, I'll show you a pic. The rest of this is literally just pretty stained glass window formations of like water and stuff. So let me show you that. So this is the actual picture. So I am literally right here, and so this is what will be left. And then, like I said, it was just going to be water, and that's going to be near Wells of Salvation, I guess. But the more of the stained glass window. So we are going to be probably right here in this, right underneath his chin, underneath his hairline, by next week. So that's where we are. So that's Wells of Salvation, and it is a round in case you didn't see that, and it's got 69,498 drills, and it is a 56 by 99 centimeter, but Manny Mazzano. So that's where this one is. Okay, this is my micro dot regular drill size picture. Jujutsu Kaisen. It's for my son. It is anime, but this is where I'm at. So by the time you saw it last, I probably only had like, I think these two, no, these three. This person and these two people done. Now I've got the panda. This guy is done. And then I'm right here. So what I've decided to do is, I can show you this way. I'm taking my ceramic knife. So this is a ceramic knife in case you're new. And it's got this little bitty, no, let's see, there you go. That little bitty, what do you call it? Knife on it. And it will literally cut this plastic. So instead of like using washi tape to do that, I have decided to use these, the outlines for this. I got a piece of, there we go. Outlines. So like here's an outline here. I'm using that, and then I cut around. So then I just do this one section. That's kind of how I'm working it. So like the next one, like if I do this one, I'm only just doing the V. This will still have plastic on it. This will be done because I'm trying to go in a certain thing. So the next one I'm going to work on is this big guy here with pink hair. And I'm just going to cut around the box and cut down to this part right here because there's drills here, and cut up, cut around the box, and then that's going to take care of that. Now, the micro dots, the little minis, they are literally only for face and hair. So it's not as bad as you think. So let me see. I can tell you what a regular drill size is, and then I'll tell you what the, let me see here. Let's see here. So a normal drill size is 2.7 millimeters. And then they have 0.2 millimeters for these micros. And again, they are teeny, but they're, you know, I've used my, my pen, my air pen that I've got, my Picmundo. I don't know how you say that, but this thing, Okay, so I've been using my air drill, and it came with a micro. This is not, I was using it for some ABs the other day, but it came with the micro kits. Come with, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Come with a micro pin. Okay, so I'll show you the difference like this. There you go. So this is right here is a micro pin. So let me pull this up so you can do that. The dark navy one is the micro pin. And you see how the difference is, how small that is, comparable to the regular one, which is a light blue, squishy. Okay, so that being said, it comes with that. And you can pick up those micros so much nicer now. That for me was a bigger deal. So now that, you know, because you're single placing these. Yeah, you're single placing these. So, put that up there. Just, you know, knowing that you're going to single place them is just like, whoo. But am I content with doing this? Yeah, it's for my son. You know, he's like, Mom, you don't have to rush and get it done. I know it wears you out. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Just because those minis are just whoo. And like I said, it's only in their face in here. So let's see, let me turn it this way. So minis versus regular. There you go, right next to each other. So these are black ones, or those 310s are regular, and those minis are the minis. So 2.7 versus a 2 millimeter. Okay, but that's where I'm at, and that's how I'm working this. This has 32,000 drills, and I'll show you what that one looks like, and that's what it's going to look like when it's completed. Okay. Now I don't have a picture of the Cubist. I don't think. I don't think I do. No, I do not. But the Cubist, it's 30 by 40. Oh, I didn't tell you how big that this one was. This one is, how big is this one? 66 by 37. So this is 66 by 37 centimeters. And then the Cubist is just a standard one. I picked it up from third-party person. It is a 30 by 40. I will probably do a thing later today because it will be done by later today. But that's what it is. And let's see if I can pull this down a little bit. And I can kind of show you here what this looks like. This is just, yeah, I can. Let me pull it down just a hair more. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. There you go. So it's just a Cubist artwork from that time frame, and that's what it is. And so I just have this little bit left. This release papers from Crafts with Crashly, but then there's the actual painting. So I don't know, it didn't really have a name, so I called it Cubist because that's what it is. It's got 10,912 drills. They're round. So everything I'm working on right now is all round. I get done with Wells of Salvation. I will probably skip over to some squares for a little bit because I haven't done some squares for a minute. And goodness gracious, I need some squares because everything's round. But just wanted to come on, give you a little update on where I was with everything, and just say, hey, I haven't said hi for a minute. Hi, hey. Yeah, just say hey, because it's been a second. Nothing really going on. Everything is good, and which is good. And haven't bought anything. I will say to you that I am going to probably go to Joann's later today because I'm going to see what they got. And I'm probably going to run over to Hobby Lobby to see what they got, because I do know Hobby Lobby has been, I got a piece of hair on this one, sorry y'all. Been having a couple sales lately. So I want to double check those sales. But otherwise, probably not going to buy nothing because I'm in a no buy mode because I got plenty of stuff to be doing. But otherwise, I'm going to get this Cubist done today. You'll see a video short on the Cubist later today. And then I'm gonna work on the Wells of Salvation in this Kinzu whatever this anime is. One of the guys I talked to, Brian, he could tell you what it is. He actually went and bought it. I'm like, okay, he knows. But that's a Brian thing. But I know my son will like it. It's like, whew, goodness gracious. And then I'm doing the Wells of Salvation for my husband so that he can have that to hang up. So, let me show you how these turned out. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just going to stand up so you can see my gut here. But I went and had my paintings done over at Hobby Lobby. And I did 2, I have 4 of them. And I did 2 with the dry mount and 2 with the borders. I don't know what you call it. So here is my Christmas one that I got done. Now they're still in plastic, so I'm going to try to keep the glare off of it for you. But here's the Christmas, and then this one's a dry mounted. I will link Shay to this because Shay went to Hobby Lobby to have this done, which is the only reason why I did it. And when I went and had it done with Shay, because Shay said it's called dry mounting, it's a lot cheaper than when I do with my actual borders, which I'll show you. But anyway, this is my Christmas one. And what the idea of this is, we didn't have it mounted on a frame, or not, with the matting, because he's just going to set this above the fireplace. So there you go. Okay, and then I had that from the mystery box, and I had it dry mounted as well. So that's what it looks like. And then, it's just kind of sealed up. Now, I'll tell you in a sec, but there's that. And then, let me go this way. Ugh. This is my Chuck Pinson Space for Reflection. Let me get that glare. There we go. There we go. There we go. Maybe. There you go. No, there we go. So Space for Reflection. And so let me pull this way so you can see the borders. Golden green. And then that's what it looks like. Okay. And then my last one I had done, is Wonka. Okay, put that over there. And this one's gonna be, let me pull it up to you so you can see the purple and gold border, and then there's Willie. So we won't order the frames for these artifacts. Now right now, Hobby Lobby, well at least mine, puts in these nice plastic things so that nothing gets on them. So, but there is Willy Wonka in all his glory. Okay? Can we go put these back and then I'll tell you about them. Okay. So, make sure I have my receipts and stuff. So Hobby Lobby, they're called custom framing, of course. Let me get this all together. And then let me tell you what I did. Okay, so again, I'm going to link Shay in the video, Crafting with Shay. And she has a video where she went to Hobby Lobby to do the whole dry mounting thing. Okay, so dry mounting for Aw Yeah. So remember, Aw Yeah is this one here. Okay, that was $12, and that's just a dry mount. It was also $12 for my Christmas, the fireplace, this one here. So that was also $12. Now, to have it bordered up with, borders, Willy Wonka was $60, and they charged $26 for the mats. So they measure your framed artwork or your artwork and how you want it on the, like I wanted to 2, so I wanted the gold and the purple on top. So they measure out how far those are going to be. Okay. So the finished size Okay, the window size was 30.7 by 22. The frame size is going to be 35.2 by 26.5, and the finish size altogether is that 35.2 by the 26.5. $26 for each mat. So then they do some kind of acid-free thing to it. I don't know what that is, but anyway, it comes to $60 for that one. Now the dry mounting, they cut it and they dry mount it on, and then that's what they do. That's it. Okay, and then Space for Reflection with the dark green outside and the gold inside, or yellow, I don't know what color that is. The window size, so what you see in the picture, is 29.12 by 21.6, and then the frame and finish size is going to be 40 by 27, even on that one. That mat total plus the acid free, whatever that is, came to $66. So the colors I got for Space for Reflection is called Hemlock Green and Butterscotch, and Willy Wonka is dark purple and brushed gold. So again, that's how much they came to. The total for everything before taxes was $150. And with tax and everything for where I live at, it came to $164.63. So that's for 2 matted frames and 2 dry mounts. Again, dry mounting, if you know that's your thing, that's the ticket, right? It's so much cheaper than having it literally mounted, well, mounted up. But for me, you know, we are hanging this artwork, and so like the kid, the oldest kid that wanted the, oh yeah, you know, whatever, he just wanted it, so he's just gonna set it up in his room on a shelf, so that's fine. I didn't see a need to do all the other stuff. And like I said, for my husband Donald said that for Christmas he's just going to put it above the fireplace, and it just sits on the mantle, so it's not in like a frame. And since it's not a year-round picture, even though y'all know I got my Christmas gnome here, but I love gnomes, so whatever. So that's that. But again, you know, he's not. I'm going to tilt you up a little bit. Over, there we go. So he and my breast cancer, neither one of these have mats on them. These are just framed artworks. This one I just did it. This is a Michael's Make Market. I just did it and put it in a frame. And I think I got the frame from Michael's. And then this frame I got from Wally's World, Walmart. And I just cut it to size and put it in the frame. So that's a little different. But most of the other ones that we're doing, we're going to Last Supper, Pisces, and then these other two, and then Wells for Reflection as well. They're actually going to go on a wall and be put up. So it's a little different, but if you're not planning on doing that, dry mounting's the way to go. But again, I'll link Shay in here so that you can see what she did at Hobby Lobby. I think that the video was just called like, I'm going to Hobby Lobby. She cracks me up going to Hobby Lobby. But going to Hobby Lobby, and she's going to do this, and I think it says something about dry mounting. It's a couple, maybe a month or two ago she did that. So just look for that. But like I said, I'll link her down there so you can find it. And you should be looking at Shay anyway. So that's that. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on what I was doing, and I forgot I had those done so you could see them. Really happy with the way they turned out. For the dry mounting and the matting, as well as how they turned out from when I got done and finished them for me doing the diamond art on them. Wonka turned out just wonderful, and I'm so happy. One of my key things about Wonka is I like all Wonka. Well, I shouldn't say that. That new Wonka is kind of wonky, but I mean, it's a prequel, but who needs a prequel to Willy Wonka? But anywho, the Johnny Depp one's kind of funny, but Johnny Depp is funny. So yeah, even in Blow, he was kind of like, what? Anyway, sidebar. I just feel like that one's a little different, but that one's more book-based, whereas Gene Wilder is not. So you kind of get a feel for both. I like the idea of them. I enjoy the idea of them, but I am glad that this picture is a Gene Wilder. And I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm a kid of the 70s. And who don't love Gene Wilder and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? I mean, like, come on. You like the other ones too. You like, you like the new one with, what's his face in it? What's the little kid's name? He's in everything. And then Johnny's. But there's something about Gene's that it hits a different way. It just hits a different way. So that being said, I'm just happy that that's the one that it was. So otherwise, I'm going to get Wells of Salvation done and I'm gonna get the Cubist done. You'll probably see a short on the Cubist. Hey, got it finished. Look at it. It's all cutesy wootsy. And then we're gonna call it a day. But with that being said, I'm gonna skedoodle and I will chit chat with you later. It's good to see you. Thank you for all my new subscribers and my old subscribers for sticking around. Sorry I missed a couple weeks here, just, doing everything. I had a birthday in here, and so I went home to see my mom because she was in another state and surprised her, which was so nice and so good to be home for. I mean, it was just for 2 days, but still just a time to get away, and I loved it. But that being said, it's just good to be around that, God let me stick around another year around this earth, and I hope to do another one. So yay, rah. I'm going to get on this Cubist. I'm going to watch some racing today because today's Saturday. So we're going to do some Xfinity racing today. Yeah. And real excited about that. And that's about all. I don't have nothing planned. You saw I had a Starbucks cup today. I did not do local today. I felt like just drinking some tea today. So I just got good old Star Hill. 5, what's it called? $5? No, that's what it was, $5.43. So I got that. But it's so good. And yeah, that's a Saturday morning for you. So I will catch you guys later. Be safe, be cool. Again, thanks everybody for sticking around. New, old, and in between, just coming through, just saying what up. I'm saying what's up. And I will talk to you next weekend, I promise. And with that, peace and love, guys. Keep on painting. Bye.